Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunama.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at mind management.
This is a hidden movement game from Off the Pages Games and designed by Jay Cormier and Sen-Fung Lim.
It plays from 1 to 5 players in about 60 minutes.
Yeah, so this is a hidden movement game. In this game, one of you is going to be the recruiter from Mind Management, trying to move around and recruit people with hidden powers. With you, you have 4 immortals, which are also going to go around and try to recruit and stop the rogue agents from stopping you. The other team is going to be the rogue agents trying to stop you and find out where you are. So what you're going to do on your turn when you are the recruiter, you're going to move around on this little board. You have this board hidden away so nobody can see it, and you have some feature cards. So on this board you have some books, you have pools, you have some plants, palm trees, and all around different features on this board. You're going to draw 3 of them at the beginning of the game, and that's going to tell you where you want to go. So you can plan out some movement, and then of course when the rogue agents try and comes to kill you and find you and capture you, I don't think they're going to kill you. We don't know. It's not in the game. You will then maybe try to do something else and move around and trick them to not find out where you are. The rogue agents, of course, are going to go around, try to get information from you using their agent abilities, using their actions to ask you different questions, like, have you been anywhere with a palm tree yet? And if you have to place a little foot token to tell you, I've been here throughout the game. They don't know when yet, but they can move there and actually reveal when the recruiter was there. And you're going to continue back and forth trying to either stall time and just let the game go out of time, or you're going to try to find 12 recruits. And the rogue agents, which usually are you, I'm just counting because I'm usually playing this hidden person.
Yes.
Then the hidden person, I'm just saying like this when we're playing. Then the rogue agents trying to find the recruiter. That's what they're doing, moving around and doing the abilities. And that is basically what's going to happen in a basic game of mind management.
Yes.
Let's talk a bit about the artwork. Like, first of all, this is based on a comic.
Yeah, it is, and it's really cool actually. Like how the game looks.
Oh yeah.
Really want to it makes me want to read the real stuff.
Oh yeah, but it's really. I remember seeing it on Kickstarter, and first of all, I'm not that usually into these kind of hidden movement games. It's not the style of game we usually go for, and I wasn't sold by the artwork I saw on there. But now I really like it, and I really want to. It's so different. Like, I have no other board game that looks like this.
Yes.
And it's really cool as an IP, even though it's not a huge IP. I love it that it's an actual IP game without most people knowing it's an IP game if you don't look into it. I was just suddenly like, oh, maybe there's something. I was just, oh, it's a comic, so I would like to read that.
So first of all, the artwork just looks amazing.
Boom.
The cover, and also all the little details inside and out the box and on the cards and on the board.
Oh, yeah.
You also have this little board is for the, what do you call it?
Recruiter,
The recruiter.
yes.
And you also have a copy of this just bigger for the rogue agents.
Rogue agents.
Yes. So all in all, I think the different looks of the cards also looks amazing. We have the upgraded version though.
Oh, yeah.
So we have all these are
Not cardboard. Wooden tokens.
Wooden, but you will in the basic version get cardboard instead.
But we did buy this, so that means that it's somehow available to get the deluxe. It's not Kickstarter exclusive,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
We bought it from a normal retail store. They might, of course, have backed it in Kickstarter. I do not know that, but we bought it from a retailer.
Yeah.
I love how this just it makes sense now when you know it's a comic. It just doesn't look like a play, they look like a playing card. It doesn't look like a game because all of the information here is just mumbo jumbo. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
have anything.
really cool.
It's only this pool. That's something that has to do with the game. So it's cool. It's not like a normal board game thing where it's like pool and you see that.
Yeah.
It's very thematic, everything.
Yes.
And I think if you read the comic, it's going to be even more thematic. And I love it. Around this and in the box, there's a lot of these scribbles. Here it says seriously question mark with a little arrow here, and it says on one side it says mind management, the psychic espionage loyalty test. On the other side it says mind management, you sure you're up to it? Maybe try the game on the left instead. And then it says mind management, the game of calm and relaxation where everyone wins. So it's I love how it makes this theme it's really thematic, even though and this is only the artwork and components, and the artwork and components makes it so thematic.
It feels so put true. I don't know how you what do you call it when it's just it seems so well put together.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like there's a thought behind everything.
And that is really cool. And I really, it makes me want to read the comic to have even more fun when I play the game.
Yes.
One thing though, which like, because the board is big and has a lot of, which it's easy to see things, it might sometimes be hard to see this on the big board when you have this. This is for a smaller place here. So just to make sure when you play it, to place it so that people can see them, because sometimes like, oh, there was one of those features there and it was harder to actually see.
Yes.
I just love this, just a little bit. This is the board. On the back, there's some comic panels. On the back of the board,
Love that.
there's comics. On the back of everything, there's comics. And I really like that.
Yeah.
Anything we should add on the artwork and components? Like, this is one of the best looking games I've seen in a long, long time.
Yes, I agree. This just looks overall amazing.
I think if you want to get this game and you can get the deluxe edition, do it. Like, this is one of this is really, really beautiful and well put together. I think the other one, like the artwork, of course, is the same. It's not like horrible artwork in the normal edition. That would be bad. Like, it's actually just stick drawings in the normal edition. Then
I think like the artwork is the most important. Like, I can deal with cardboard as long as I get the awesome artwork.
That is true. So playtime and player count, the box says 60 minutes. We have played 2 and 3 players in about 30 to 60 minutes because it's a hidden movement game. So if the recruiter wins, probably the game is going to be a bit longer. And if the rogue agent wins, it might be shorter, depending. Like, it might be a 10-minute game.
Yeah.
If you get unlucky, or if you're just like, oh
yeah.
if you're going to be here, boom, I win. That can happen, but it's not being like a big problem. And I feel like 30 to 60, even if it goes like 70 minutes, it's going to be a nice time frame for this game.
I agree.
So let's talk about the gameplay.
Yes, it feels like very classical hidden movement. We haven't played much in that genre before because it's not a genre that we are generally like moved towards.
Drawn to, yes. I think I played like 4.
Yes, Fear of Dracula is like the one comes to mind when one is the hidden one and the other one is the team. Like
Also, we play. I played Scotland Yard, the classic one.
Yeah.
Have you played it?
No,
it's a really good game. And I also played Nexus Ops. Have you played that?
No.
Okay, those are like the classic ones I have played.
And like, so the first round we played of the game felt very overwhelming for me because you didn't really know what was smart to do and you kind of like, even if you get some clues to where the other person are, you have to like be really on it to not lose the trail, you know?
Yep.
But it feels like a game with more approaches to the final goal. So I feel like there's a lot of alternatives to consider on my turn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, there's a lot to think about when you are the rogue agents, especially when you are playing a 2-player game. Is somehow easier then because you don't have anyone to, like, it's harder and easier because you don't have anyone to discuss with, so you just have to do your gut thing and feel to do that.
But you can also then spoil like some of your ideas for the recruiter
if you are more people,
because you have to talk. Or else it will be very difficult.
But it is a game about like mutant people with special powers, so you could just use your mind.
That is true. And also you can also unlock modules throughout the game, and you can also then later decide whether to put them in or play without them and how many. And there are modules for both teams, which can also help like balance a game. If you're really good, then you'll probably get fewer modules to play around with.
Yeah, this is a super clever way of adding stuff to your game. This is an amazing system because this is not a legacy game. It's not a campaign game, but you can play it kind of like a campaign. If you play like one player playing the recruiter and the other playing the other player playing the rogue agents. And then when one team loses, they get to open a module. And in this deluxe edition, you got this super awesome box. It's big, which makes the box bigger, of course. And you open it up and you get, like, this is something you could like have on your shelf. Like, it's so beautiful.
It looks really good.
It's really, really, really cool. And inside here, then you open it up and you have these game tray boxes. So first time the rogue agents lose, they get to open this box. And then there's 7 boxes for each team. And what is really cool is that some of the components in them are for a module. So each of these boxes have a module in them that you can then mix and match, and which makes this game highly replayable.
Yeah.
There's like if you open them all, and of course you can. If you want to, if you know you're not going to play it 17 times, you can just open it all and see, oh, this module looks cool, and we're going to add that. But if you want to play it a lot with the same group, it's super cool the way that this works.
Yeah.
And one thing I really, really liked.
It's your quote on the back.
This is a game.
This is a game.
It's actually a game.
It's a game,
one thing that I think is really cool. I lost my thoughts now.
That's right.
No worries. I found it now.
Yes.
The thing I really like is the fact that some of the things are a module, and some of the things are just things added to the game, which change up the game or add even more replayability. So I think this might be my favorite way of adding small things to the game, and also without making the rulebook more overwhelming, without making it harder to learn. Like each of the modules comes with a small rulebook. There's even a web page that has all the rules in a really easy way to work with. So this might be like my actual favorite part of the game, is that shift system, which add more things in this fantastic way of doing it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's so much replayability in that, but also without the modules, I think like each game has felt very different, because we're doing different stuff, and sometimes it's really close, and sometimes you're like hiding really well, and we're just like, we have no idea where you are, and sometimes you can also like we can try to guess what cards you have, so we can stop you from recruiting more agents, which is cool as well. So it feels really fun, but it also feels very tense. It feels close. There's a lot of close calls, and you can kind of like be on your toes to really not lose the trail of the recruiter.
Yes, one thing which is important, which doesn't bother me, but is something that people might not like.
Yeah.
When you are the recruiter, your turns are really simple. Like sometimes it's going to be a hard choice, but you are going to move a step. You're going to move from here to there. And then you might move, or you will move an immortal one step as well. That's basically what you do in your turn. So most of the time your turns are really quick, and you're only one person, so you have no one to speak with. So if you're playing like a 3-player game, or if you're playing a 4 or 5-player game, that's going to mean that your turns are going to be a lot shorter than the other player's turn. So you have to be okay with your part being of... When I play these kind of games, I kind of see myself, I'm going to play, I'm going to try to win, but I'm also kind of the game master. It's like when you played Star Wars Imperial Assault. Like every game which is one versus many, I feel like the one usually has less to do.
Yes.
So like when you play Star Wars Imperial Assault, I'm going to play the Empire. I'm going to try to win, but I'm also the part of the game master for you to have fun playing the game. So I don't mind that, but that's going to be a part where people might not like being the recruiter. So just know that if you want to get this game, you need to have a person which is fine of then waiting a little bit, listening to what the others say. Maybe I'm going to check my email, and then I'm going to do my turn again. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be tense, but that's just something I want to make clear, especially when you play with more than 2 people.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you played against us, and we had like this long discussion of what you were thinking and what, because you are not allowed to write anything down, so you kind of have to have a keen memory and trying to backtrack your steps and movements. We could use quite a long time on that. So having a really like impatient person as the recruiter might result in some like tension in the room.
Yeah, and one thing you say, you cannot write things down. That's like a truth with modifications.
Yes.
Because you can write down things like mind notes. Like if you know I was somewhere on turn 7, you can place this there.
Place that.
And if you think I was someone on turn 5 to 7, you can place that. Yeah. That's like the only note taking you can take.
That is
true. There's a lot of fun things in this game, but should we do like some final thoughts maybe, which is usually what we do at the end of the videos?
Yeah.
Do you want to begin?
Yeah, I
you
can start.
Yes, let's go.
I really like this game. I don't know like if I'm colored with the awesome looks of it. I think I am, because it just looks so really cool. And
the
this
theme adds to this game for me.
Yeah,
which
it adds
don't
so
do.
much.
Yeah.
And I think like even though this is my favorite genre, I had a lot of fun playing it. I can't see this being played like a lot in our house.
No game is.
No, yeah, that is true. But this is for me a great hidden movement game. So I'm going to rate it an 8.
Yeah, I think it's a really fun game. If someone says like, what if I want to introduce someone to this, because you can play it, you can even play like a tutorial way, which is even simpler. I don't think you need that if you have played some games, but I'm happy that it's there.
Yes.
This is super simple to introduce to people, especially if you are the recruiter and maybe you are playing with somebody else. It's so easy to teach it and so easy to play it. I think that if I'm going to play a hidden movement game, I'm going to play this one. I like the simplicity of the basic game. I like that you can add the modules. I love the way that you do that, which makes it so much easier to ease into the game for people, changing up some rules here and there and making it more interesting and more hard the more you play. It is a fantastic game. I'm going to give it an 8 as well. Really, really enjoyed it, and now I'm going to go to Amazon and order the comics. So if I don't know if, there's no if, that's the end, that's what I want to say. That's the end of the review. If you are still here and if you still like us, you can click the subscribe button. It's free and it makes us happy. It makes us like you even more. And if you want to do something that's not free, you can go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us out there. That helps a lot if you have the possibility. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.